Okay, so I'm recording, so don't be obnoxious or inappropriate, Meg. All right, so let's start with
that, Lizzie.
Yeah, let's start with when. What's important now? Did you guys see the video I just posted from Carrie on Team Rise?
Yeah.
Okay. So she kind of covered this a little bit, but I think that we all need to reach down to our teams and tell them to register for convention just to get on the waiting list, and then they can decide when they call them if they're in or if they're out. I don't know. Nobody has any more information on corporate. Or on convention. I asked Stacy Ambrose if they thought that maybe this was to create a sense of urgency, and they had no idea. So if you guys haven't told your team to go on and get on the waiting list, we have to do that. Because Sarah Robbins, if you didn't listen to her call, she pushed everyone to do it last night on her call. So they kind of need to act on that now. Do we have any other questions about convention? And do you guys are all encouraging your teams to go, right? It's really important that everyone's there. It's kind of a game changer for everybody's business. Okay. And
I didn't get it in time. I mean, I literally was like dilly-dallying, and like I did it within like 12 hours, and I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding? I missed it.
I know. I
have a hotel room, but it's like I'll get the creeper over the. I just got a hotel room like on Expedia at the hotel. So I can just creep on in and no one will know I'm there.
Oh no, we'll all know you're there.
You guys can zoom me into all the things.
All right, so I wish I would have known. We know it for next year, but just so you guys know, like for people who are newer to the business, it's super important that you go and that your teams go. One, your team is always watching you as the leader. Like we tend to think that they're watching me, and they are to a certain degree, but they're actually watching their direct business partner more than they're watching me. So what you do really influences them, and they're going to more duplicate what you're doing than they will what I'm doing, which I think is so interesting. And so it's so beneficial for like the training that you get there. It changes your whole posture about the business. You get to meet and talk to some other leaders and build relationships with Crosslines. I think that's huge. And also our team. We're going to be hosting an event while we're there, just Team Rise. We'll also go to one that's going to be a part of Team Up. And so it really builds bonds. But really the training you get there and sort of the feel for the company, it really builds a huge, strong foundation for you and your team. So
Lizzie.
Really important.
Can you mute us all?
Can I what?
Can you mute us all?
Oh, yeah. Hang on. So I'm going to mute you guys. If you have something to say, you have to unmute them.
Lizzie, would it be beneficial for you to do a quick little video about like the importance of going to convention and just like for new people and just post it on Team Rise?
Yeah. What do you guys, what do we all think about that?
We can all obviously we're all reaching out to our people, but maybe just to say how, it's really exciting to go, and, we're going to, like what you just said, we're going to have like a special thing for our team, and maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Do you guys think that'll help?
Absolutely. There's a lot of information that we learn, and then we got the replay last year, which I thought was phenomenal.
What do you guys think if we did something like this? Like right now I can video all of our screens, and if all of the leaders jumped on and we kind of talked about the benefit of convention for those of us who have been, and those of us who aren't, like Laura, you can say something like, I'm going to make sure that I'm there even though I'm on the wait list. But what do you think if we all kind of came on a full screen like this and talked to our teams? Just each one of us said a little piece. Like, I'm looking forward to going to convention because I know it'll change my business. Or, I heard so much about it last year, I don't want to miss it. I'll talk about the benefits. What do you guys think about that? I see one thumbs up. Everyone, Shell's in, Meg's in. Alana, you like that idea? I thought maybe you didn't. I was watching you. You're like, all right.
I'm driving, so forgive me. You can't really see me.
Oh, that's all right. So I guess if we're going to do that, we just need to either do it now, like after we hang up this call, we could record it real quick. Are you guys up for that? Meg, look at me.
Yeah. No, it has nothing to do with that. I actually just can't do it. I can't do it after the thing tonight.
Okay.
No, it has nothing to do with that.
I thought you were like, no, I don't look good. All right, so then we have to pick a time that everybody can do it. You guys speak up. If you're like, this is dumb, let's not do it.
Yeah, if we don't need it, I don't mean to make a big deal out of it if it might not work out. But I was just thinking like a quick little short video clip just on our page. We haven't really posted much on Team Rise about it, about convention, just to kind of hype people up.
All right, so let's see if we have time at the end of this call, if we can get done a little bit earlier, or whoever can stay on can do it, and whoever can't, you can jump off. But we'll try and do it at the end of this. All right. So
How many of us are there? Because you could send them all to me, and I can put them on a collage. That's a video collage, and it jumps each person. You could do something like that, and then you don't all have to be on the screen together.
all right, let's see what we think at the end of the call. We might be we might be overcomplicating this. Let's talk about sort of where we're at for the month. We're trying to get to 100K for this month. Woo! And we're at 43,906. We have several events though packed for the end of the month. I have 3 new partners that I'm launching at the end of this month, and so that'll be good volume, like brand new consultants. But we do need to close some more business, so we need to think of some incentives to run for PCs. I'm thinking that we need to do, and Donna called the other day and asked for this, so I'd love your feedback. But a 3-way call challenge. One of the things that we're running into is people are either doing one or the other, and that's not really beneficial. So the launching system is a 3-pronged approach on purpose, and it's all supposed to work together. So it's to be, you're having your events, you're exposed to leaders in a short period of time, you're creating revenue through new PCs, you're creating market awareness, it builds posture, they get a paycheck, it builds belief, they are trained really quickly, but at the same time, reaching out to set up these calls with really simple language, right? I started this new business. I'm super excited about it. I think you're going to be a great resource for me. When can you give me 15, 20 minutes to talk this week? Super basic language, but this isn't just for recruiting. And I'm getting a new script together for 3-way calls so that it's in writing how we come off these calls. People should either be intrigued in the business and getting more information about the opportunity and to get on a follow-up call. But the other piece is they are either then becoming a preferred customer if they're not a business partner, and then after that, they're a referral source. And so I'm finding that some of the people on my team are really like one-tracked with this. They're like, oh, those calls are for recruiting. And on the contrary, those calls are leading with the business, and those people funnel out however they decide to funnel out. They might be a PC, or they might be a connector, or someone who joins you down the road. But we're slowing down on 3-way calls, and so we know that activity generates revenue. And so as leaders, it's easy for us to be like, oh, of course, we have to still do calls and for me to keep up with our activity. But what our teams don't know, that you don't focus on the outcome, you focus on the activity, and that's one of the biggest income generating activities we do. And so I was thinking about Meg, when you and I were new, we used to do call blitzes.
Yeah.
Remember
those
that?
were great. I thought those were great.
So I wonder if we could do a virtual, except for we're not going to actually call people, but message blitz.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get together, and maybe you guys can have one out by you. We'll have a digital platform too. We'll do one here, but everyone carves out 2 hours, and maybe we do it on a weekend or whatever, and we come together. Everyone has our schedules, and we do blitzes. Maybe we even do it around the work sessions. Or we could just...
Can you explain? I'm sorry, I'm unclear on how that works. Will you just explain that quickly?
Yeah, so it's that we all commit, we black out we ask anybody who's engaged in the business, and so they can commit a certain amount of time. I'll open up 2 hours or whatever in my calendar, and we get on and we just talk about language. So what we used to do with our call blitzes is we would go to one person's house. Stacy and Carrie would put their open times on huge poster boards behind us on the wall. They would give us language. We would reach out I wouldn't by phone, but they would by phone and other people by phone. And set up calls. So like if someone said, sure, I'd be really interested in hearing, then we'd fill up their calendars. But
So it's like, you're not actually making the call, you're setting up the call. So
but it's to drive through it. Yeah,
Okay.
call volume.
Right. Well, we have a couple of work days at my house set up now for this Wednesday, the next Wednesday. And if anyone, and people have said they want, like I know Nancy said she wants to Skype in. If maybe we could utilize, if you, I don't know if you and Meg are going to be here, if any leaders are going to be here, maybe.
Yeah, I'm going to be there.
I'm hoping to be there. Some of that stuff may start to get hard with my work schedule during the day, but I'm hoping to be there on Wednesday.
And then we have lots of people who work during the day, so we can try and do it at night. Or we could just do like a straight up, Katie, like we were talking about a 3-way call incentive. Or we could we could do both. Like I can roll out the person who gets the most 3-way calls, and then simultaneously we can say, to help you numbers, we can get we can have a 3-way call blitz or a texting.
I think that the last thing that you did when you said the first 10 people to get PCs, that seemed to be like generate a lot of interest. Like people were kind of jumping on that.
Katie, good job with that idea.
Yes. Great job, Katie.
Oh, I learned that on the trip. I stole that from somebody.
Well, maybe we do something like that. The first 10 people who set up 3-way calls or something like that, because that seemed to like generate, I just noticed that was a lot of activity on Team Rise. People were kind of onto that.
Yeah. What though, that would...
What if we said like, if you set up 5 3-way calls, you get blank, because we want them to like get to a certain point. Like, I think
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
I like that.
Donna
Maybe 3.
What?
Maybe 3. I think 5's a lot.
Yeah, something that, or I don't know, what do you think is like reachable? And then maybe we can say like, if you get to blank, we give like a minimum and a maximum or something. So like, people feel like they can get to it, or it'll get them into, I don't know. It
has to be, right. It has to be somewhat attainable. And if we just say for the first 10 people who set up calls, all the new people in the business are going to win that. Like all my new people who I'm like drilling to set up calls, they're going to collect it. Which is fine, but it's kind of not fair. Like if I was in the business a while, I'd figure that out and I wouldn't run for it. Because I'd be like, oh, well, fuck it. All the new people are going to get that because they have a whole huge network that they're reaching out to for the first time. Donna Chambers called the other day and asked if we could do this. And she said, what about if all the leaders throw in $10 or whatever, and we have a pot and we divide it up to 2 people? Would people run for money? I think our team moves for money than like jewelry and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think we all need money. I don't know. I'm just speaking for myself, I guess. Maybe we can do like both. I think some people move for gifts. Like it doesn't have to be an expensive gift. It could be something like cute.
Or maybe we do something like, since it's 3-way call, which I hate that term, but maybe it's like something with like the triple threat or something like that. And we do like, if it's, you set up 3 calls between now and whatever. And then I would love to incent like, a follow-up situation. Cause I feel like I feel like where we lack or where we fall down is the follow-ups. So I'd love to do, you set up 3, and then if you have 1 follow-up or something like another, like a follow-on call, and sent that, because that's setting up a 3-way call isn't that hard, I think, but then we really fall down on my people fall down on the following up and getting that second call. So maybe, I don't know if we could think of something, and we can think offline about it. It doesn't have to be determined now, but maybe we do something on follow-ons. Like if you can set up a second call, then it's like you bump up to something.
So do you lock in the second call before you get off the first call? Like I say, if they're at all interested, I'm like, great. Sounds like you have a lot of, or, you piqued your interest.
Always. But that not necessarily, they don't always, and then what happens is then there's that gap and no one circles back to them, and you're like, they're like, sure, next week looks great, give me, so yeah, probably don't do a good job of setting the exact date, But to train all the way through, maybe it's, I don't know. There's just a thought to be had there. I don't know how to figure it out. Not trying to overcomplicate everything.
Okay, yeah. So follow up, we definitely need a little bit of training on that. I have that call too by Romy, I think is great for anyone who's having a problem with follow up. All right, so let's think about that, you guys. Let's incentive. So I'm going to roll out this week, and then we'll see. I'll put together. So we're thinking, does three-way calls seem too easy to you guys?
It does to me. Three-way calls with only one follow-up seems kind of easy. I mean, because I think it's a great idea, but I think.
In what time frame?
Yeah, what's the time frame? Like till the end of the month? Or until like we want to close people, so like maybe until like
I was gonna say like a week.
Yeah,
Like,
You know what? We want them to run this week. We have a biz app on a virtual biz app on the 24th. So as many three-way calls as we can get, all these people can be invited to a biz app on the 24th. So let's say they're like, oh, we're interested. You could say, great. Actually, we're having this virtual event. You'll get to meet some of my other partners and some of the leaders at the company on the 24th.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're going to run it from now until when?
To the 24th, right?
Okay. Well, that means we got to like roll all this stuff out like tonight. I don't know. I feel like that's sweet. What's the 24th? It's this Sunday already. I feel like it takes like when you're reaching out, it takes a little bit of time to like set up the calls. And if we're just posting it tomorrow, that's already like Tuesday. I don't know. Should we maybe like.
I don't think 3 sounds too easy. I think it sounds attainable.
Yeah.
They have to actually get on, do the calls, right? Or what if they set up 3 and then people cancel? That doesn't count.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, they have to.
It has to happen.
Right. So right. So let's think about that. They have to complete the calls. It's not set them up, because that doesn't mean anything. We know all the time that people cancel, so they have to have them completed. So how many do we want to say you're going to have completed by the 24th if we roll it out tomorrow? Tomorrow's going to be the 19th, so they've got 5 days to get it set up and get it completed.
All right, so that's not enough time.
Do you want to extend it like the next 2 weeks? Like maybe until like if we're going to post this, that's tomorrow's Tuesday. We could do like maybe Tuesday to Tuesday. Maybe just give a couple more days or.
Okay. Yeah. A week.
Because there should be some people that are in people's funnel that are like on the fence or like, that had agreed to a call, and then this will just help spark people to like follow up with them and like get them on the call.
Yeah, or send a message today. You should be able to get somebody, or tomorrow. They should be able to get them on a call by the end of the week.
Right, definitely. Yeah, so I'm trying to think like, so what are we going to offer? If you get 3 three-way calls within this week, I mean, I think 3 is for a 1 week time. I think that is worth getting something, or no? From Tuesday to Tuesday. I think that's, especially for the ones that have a hard time, that we want the ones that like struggle to like get in.
Yeah, especially since I'm not swamped with doing 3-way calls right now. Like I can see a big huge dip in it. It's not like everyone's doing them. So I think that's like we see this, our team needs to increase the 3-way calls. So I think 3 is good.
Me too.
Okay, and so
Are they going into a raffle, or are you going? How are you going to do?
You're going to wrap up.
The first, like, I think that, I'm just going back to that thing that you did, like the first 10, everyone was like jumping on that. So to create like an urgency of like, I kept telling my people, like, you got a PC, go log it in. So, maybe the first whatever X people who get 3-way calls, that's kind of like gives them the sense of urgency to like get on it.
I think we already have the urgency though, with like just only being 1 week time.
True. Okay.
I'm just thinking like sometimes it helps to kind of bounce around and do different types of things. So I think like the 1 week will push them. And then if we say, but yeah, if you get 3 three-way calls, you'll be entered into a raffle. And then how about every additional call after 3, you get entered into the raffle? Another time. Does that sound okay? Or
I like that.
Additional. I like it too.
All right, what's the raffle?
I think you'd have to be pretty good to get somebody to do three-way calls like in 1 week's time. They're gonna be like, damn, I want that.
Really though? I mean, that's a little concerning. I think we should, at some point address that issue, why people aren't doing three-way calls. 'Cause that's, once you're BBLs and you're in the business, that's your income producing activity.
Right.
That's
We
concerning.
need another training. I think we need a video training, like a really good, smooth, organized video training that we have saved forever that we can reference with like notes that go with it.
For three-way calls, you mean?
Yeah, I know we did one in the past, but we lost it. I don't know where it is. It was a little disorganized. I feel like I don't know where like the notes were with it. So I think like that is something that needs to be shown to a new consultant right away, or just have on file. So when they're ready to do the three-way calls, they can watch it and get a good idea. And so maybe we can do like a mock call. So we can do like the whole system. We can like show kind of like role play.
Okay. For the three-way call training video? Yeah. Okay. And just talk about overall why we do it, why we continue to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then just like to reiterate, like this is just to share what you're doing. It's just an informational call. It's no pressure. I think people get nervous, like, oh, it's like to hound someone, recruit someone.
Right. No, it's just to have a conversation. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, but I just feel like people are nervous. It's kind of like if you're not a very sociable person, I think that it can make you feel nervous. So I think as much as we can make it feel like casual, and that'll help people want to get into it. And I think I always find that the spikes of the three-way calls come around challenges. You know what I mean? Like I think with that Mexico challenge, that's when we had a bunch of three-way calls and then it stops because there's no challenge going on, or there's no like, I think it's good that we're doing some kind of push or.
Okay. So we're doing that, but there's also a level 2 challenge that's coming up.
Right.
And so we saw a boost with activity and volume
Yes.
Yeah.
The people that participated in the level 2 challenge did the three-way calls, but if they're not in that,
Right. Okay. So we'll figure out what the jackpot is for that. Any ideas I'll take if you want to text me, or if you want to say it now. But the other thing that we need to talk about for what's important now is the level 2 training. So we're doing another one. It starts on the 20th. People have to register on that Eventbrite link. And if you have anybody who's not a level 2, I think that they should be on it. I think it's a bunch of different leaders who are doing trainings. It's really good, I think, training. It's basic skills that we need. Katie and I are going to try and do the one on three-way call and language so that we get some good language. But it created a lot of activity last time. Everybody who is on the challenge promoted, which speaks volumes to me. Carrie said that every single person who didn't drop out promoted that was on that challenge. So
it was really structured. Like, I just want to mention, it wasn't like the Mexico challenge. A lot of my people who were new that did the Mexico challenge, I feel like that kind of shut them down a little bit because it was a little too much out of their reach, and we didn't do organized weekly challenges or trainings. And this was really organized. If you're going to do it with Carrie's like, super on top of everything. So I liked the structure of it. And the people that did it, the feedback I got was like, wow, it was really structured. It gave me something to focus on. And, we kept the trainings half hour. Everything was just really organized. And I think really, really great training to get anyone on. If they're actually wanting to work the business, I think that they should do it. And I know everyone's not going to, but I think we should definitely promote it for our teams.
Yeah, and that's question. Did we post anything on Team Rise? I might have missed it. Did we post anything on Team Rise about that? I went to my team, but was there a big post on Team Rise about participating? Because I think there should be.
I don't know. I can't remember what I posted. Hang on.
I just kind of promoted it to my team.
I did too. I sent a specific email. I did the exact, and I promoted it. But I'm just thinking again to to, just to say that like our Team Rise is supporting, like some people get very confused with all the different teams. And so that they get like, oh, okay, this is something I should be doing. Especially for new people, they don't get necessarily all the different Facebook pages.
Yeah,
I'm happy if there isn't anything, I'm happy
No,
to.
there is. I
Okay,
posted
okay,
on the 15th. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, good.
And so let's try, I mean, we have to, again, they're watching you, not me. So we really need people to reach out to their teams and just say, hey, this is really great. It'll get you engaged. It'll teach you some skills. You'll get to hear from other leaders that you typically don't hear from.
I think, you gotta make it exciting, because if you're like, hey, you want to do this, you're gonna say no. If you're like, oh my God, hey, we have this new program coming out. It's so awesome. Everyone that did it last time, the top 5 people won $200 each. It was everyone promoted. It was so good. It wasn't like the Mexico challenge. Like, if you had someone that did that and was disappointed by it, you can like say it was a little different. And I think it's all about how you posture it and how exciting you make it sound. And you have to be excited, because if you're not, they're not gonna want to do it.
Right. It's how you roll it out to them. So anyways, they have to register right away though. Carrie's just on us tonight to get people to sign up on the Eventbrite and do it. It's $20, so it's kind of like a fantasy football. There's a little skin in the game, but there's a big pot at the end. It's a lot of fun. I'm really critical of this sort of stuff, really critical, and I really enjoyed it. I liked it. I showed a lot of the trainings actually on Team Rise afterwards, so I thought they were good. And then, I'm thinking that after the trainings on Wednesday, I'll open up our line for people. Like maybe we'll have another Zoom link, or they can call into the line so that we can just give coaching then. I want anyone who's going to be engaged in their business and doing this, I really want them to be rewarded and know that they have our time and attention. So I'm happy to jump on after the trainings, just to answer questions and kind of coach people on any hurdles that they're facing. All right, convention we talked about. Okay, Laura, why don't we talk about Laura and I are trying to put together a training. Laura, do you want to talk about that?
Sure. Yeah, we talked about doing a training. It's going to be in Chicago, but it's going to be similar to when Team Up did that day-long training thing they were launching for, I can't remember what it was, but I was out of town for that. But it was really productive because people really do love to congregate. I think that our teams like to come together and be together. And we're gonna have either Skype, or we're gonna do some really good way for people to Skype in or Periscope in. Well, Lizzie and I will figure out the best way so that it's like very productive for people who are not here also. But Elizabeth has a mentor that she's been communicating with, and Elizabeth's name is again
John Greening.
Yeah. Who's just got some great advice, just common business sense advice and marketing advice. And so we were going to invite him as a guest. And then we were going to do some breakout sessions with leaders doing some trainings, and have it be more like a 3 to 4 hour kind of event where maybe you come and we have like a box lunch or, whatever it is. And it's like maybe a 12 to 4. And we're looking at Sunday, May 15th from 12 to 4. I have a message into the Winnetka Community House where they have a great community like learning center. We can just camp out in there and kind of take over the room. So we were thinking this might be just a great quarterly type event to do, not only to just congregate as a team and just meet each other. People love to do it when corporate's in town, but then also just to offer some unique trainings. And we were thinking about doing kind of some out of the box trainings, like a little bit more in depth rather than just you're like, don't forget to set up your 3-way calls. And not the same old. We were thinking about getting a little bit deeper into just kind of like mentality and like how, and part of this came up is, and Elizabeth and I have just been talking about I'm a salesperson by nature, and some of the things that I learned in just my sales world. And I started to work with some of my people, and I start to notice some trends on why they might be having some challenges. And I thought, you know what, we need to like get deeper into, like, one of my things was about listening and listening for opportunities rather than talking all the time. And so I'm like, people always say, oh, you're so lucky. I'm like, well, I'm not lucky. I'm listening for opportunities, and I really do. I listen to people. I talk to a lot of people, and I ask questions, and that's how I find out what they're doing, and that's how I find out if it might be an opportunity for me. So Elizabeth and I talked about kind of getting a little bit deeper into the psyche of how business works and offering up some kind of more unique training opportunities. So that's how it started. And
like cold prospecting. I mean, things that we don't get a lot of training on, cold prospecting that we can show over there. When you're on a call, I think presenting is huge, right? I'd love to get people up to present and practice that. But also when you're on a 3-way call, listening is the best way. Listening is the best tool for recruiting. And so just kind of teaching some of those things that this guy, John Greening, we're really lucky to have come and talk to us. He was the VP of DDB, this huge marketing firm, and he gets our industry. He understands the team culture. He understands the mindset. And so he's willing to come and do this training for our team. So anyways, are you guys like, oh, that sounds like a good idea? Or, nah, we probably wouldn't do it.
No, I'd be all over that. I'd be all over
cool.
I like the idea a lot. Do we?
Can I Skype in or whatever?
Yeah, we're going to have that. We'll have to figure out.
by the way, Shal, we're gonna make it like good Skype in. Like it's gonna be like we're gonna make it so that you guys feel like you're right there. Like we want you to.
It's not ghetto.
We want you to feel like
I'm fine with ghetto too. I just want to be able to be present in some capacity.
you're gonna be able to see the zit on my cheek. That's how close you're gonna be, sister. No, we want you to feel that we want people. We're not gonna do like we're gonna make sure that like it's like a set up very professionally so that you can Skype in. Kind of like when they did this in the city, they took the time to make sure that people who are remote felt just like that they were there, and that's how we want people to feel. So yeah, we're gonna take some time to make sure it's set up properly.
Wait, I missed it, you guys. Is there already a date on the calendar for this or no?
We're looking at May 15th. It's a Sunday from 12 to 4.
Okay. I love this idea.
Oh,
Yeah, so we're gonna do like literally we're gonna do like maybe like a box lunch, come and and hang out and sit at tables and mingle with your local people and then do. Pardon me?
and get trained and learn from
And
different.
we would love it. We wanted to see if this would be the first of a quarterly training program.
I just think it's good too to get our teams together
Yes, always.
Mm-hmm.
and build it like that. So all right,
Is it going to be recorded for the people that have to work during the day?
it's going to be on a Sunday for the people who are working, but yes, we can
Okay.
record it. So I know that there are some people who are like, I don't work on Sundays, that's my deal, but hopefully they can make an exception.
Oh, it's on a Sunday. Okay. Oops, sorry, I missed that.
No,
Yeah.
that's okay. Yeah, we're hoping that people like Sundays. Yeah, I understand. Like everyone has their kids' basketball, whatever. They have everything. We all do. But we're hoping that people might just say like, okay, it's once a quarter, so I'll check out of whatever and make it happen. So
Right.
All right. So we like that. Maybe to team stories, Laura, what can you say what that is? That was a good idea. That was from you.
yeah, okay. So the thought was that I think that a lot of us have really great success stories, and Nancy Fitzgerald. I'm gonna throw you under the bus right now for a second here, but
Oh, that Nancy. I can't wait to hear what she
Oh no, this is a good thing. So Margaret said to me, "Oh my gosh, Nancy Fitzgerald did this thing where and I don't remember what she said, but she said she did something where she gave someone offered them a free regimen, and then they would in turn host a party for her, and it worked out well for her." I love to hear those types of success stories because I don't know what everyone else is doing. We're all our little independent people. So I love to hear those stories. And in fact, when people post things on Team Rise, like, well, I got 5 new PPs. I'm like, well, what did you do? Like, how did you get there? So I want people to start sharing their stories. So I wanted to do, maybe it's monthly, like a success story. And it's not necessarily someone who's hit $3,000 or whatever. It might just be some small little success, some great little idea that they had that worked out well, so that we can all capitalize on that and go, oh my gosh, what a great idea. I'm going to do that same thing. Thanks. Because we're all sitting here racking our brains for like, what can I do? Like, what would people like in a party? Well, I just had a party and here's what people liked. Great. Why should we reinvent the wheel? So I wanted to do like little Team Rise success stories and have people kind of like nominate people, or I don't even care how it works. I don't care how often it is, but I think it's really important to share these successes. And particularly when we have things like our webinars where we're putting a lot of effort into having these webinars and we're kind of unclear about, geez, we get off the webinar, we're like, I don't know. I don't know how many people bought. I have no idea what happened. I love to hear, one of my reps today said to me, Laura, the girl that got the free eye cream just placed an order for a reverse. I'm like, gotta post that on Team Rise. Everyone wants to hear that. They want to hear that it's working for somebody so that they know it's working for her, it can work for me. So I was just thinking about a way to share success stories, and not necessarily, because I think we share a lot about welcoming somebody. We're doing a great job of that, and we're doing a great job of recognizing top 10 or top 15. But I don't feel like we're doing a really great job of recognizing the little events that people are having success at that could be really duplicated along the lines. So that was where this came from, and I'd love any input on how to implement something like that. Or it's just maybe encouraging people to post those. Like, what specifically did you say to get 3 new PCs yesterday?
Well, it was a great idea because Lizzie just did a shout out to Nancy and someone else about how many PCs they got. And I was like, oh my gosh, how'd they do that? I'm like, I need new ideas right now. So I just messaged Nancy and said, what's the deal here? How'd you get those PCs? What'd you do differently? So I love it that maybe the person doesn't want to do their own shout out because maybe that's uncomfortable, but maybe if your upline does it for you, your leader does it for you and just says, I'm so proud of so-and-so. They, did an event or whatever.
Yeah, you guys, we've got to start sharing specifics on how you're getting there, because that is the key things. We're all out there trying to figure out what is the method that works, because we can do everything in the world, but it's all about the results and what people are responding to. So anytime you have a success or you have something that, oh my gosh, I never knew that this would turn out like this. I went to this, whatever event and something happened. So it's so important to share that. And so I'm trying to find a way that we can share those that people feel comfortable sharing them.
I like it.
Why don't we do, I don't know, we could do a weekly post, like Success Saturday or Success Sunday, where you post an image and everybody can post in the comments section.
Love it.
Oh, this week I did this, or this week I did that. And then, people can reply to the whatever.
That's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Katie, good
That
job.
sounds awesome.
Katie, are you a teacher, Katie?
I might be.
Good idea.
Create a little clipboard for that.
No, but that's something else I kind of stole from. I'm stealing ideas from other people and taking credit.
No, that's the benefit of meeting people. Yeah, cross lines.
Okay, so I'll be in charge of, I will post that this Saturday. I'll do, it's Success Saturday. I'll post the first one. I'll make some sort of cute logo or something that says, this is where we're going to post on, that's going to be our hashtag Success Saturday. And we can all post, that's going to be always the day. It's TBT. That can be our little Success Saturday. Hashtag Essence.
And same image every time, so we create.
Yep.
Okay. All right, good. Awesome. Okay, so this leadership team, we have to sort of, I wanted to throw out some of the guidelines that are going to be around it. All of you guys are on it because you guys are leaders and building businesses and helping your teams and helping all of us, figure out what we're doing. And so, but come August, so we're going to start having this leadership team be level 3s and up starting in August. So August is a qualifying month for convention. I know everybody has their goals. We're all running really hard to try and reach those. And we just need to, as much as I hate to do this, because I want everybody on our team on it, but we just have to set some guidelines so that people, want to get to a certain point in their business so they can be a part of the steering committee who moves our team and to have, an opinion. And we're going to start doing different sorts of luncheons and retreats and things like that. And so we really want this team to this leadership team, not to just be we get on a call on Monday nights and we get to hear all your ideas, but really something that people want to strive for. And so I just wanted to throw that out there, that after August, once we have everyone's titles on, that this leadership team is going to be level 3 to level 5. And so people can really strive to get here. You know, we want people to get to level 3 and beyond this. And mostly too, just because, you know, we have different skills. Like, we don't want a brand new person on this team. And I'm saying this because I don't want you guys to be like, well, how come this person isn't on this call right now? You know, I think that some people were like, well, how come this other person, she's a level 2, you know, she isn't on. And so I think that we just had to set these guidelines, and we want people really to strive to get here. And we also want to, like, before you're level 3, there's sort of like different skills to focus on. And so we don't want to be distracting people and just have some set guidelines. Do you guys agree with that? I've talked to some of you. Are you guys okay with that? Having like a certain point that you get into the leadership?
I'm good with it.
I'm good.
All right. We have to set something. Otherwise people are gonna be like, well, how come I'm not on it? Or how come, you know, I'm like, oh God, no, I'm in trouble now. So let's do that after August. And then I was going to talk to you guys. I do feel like we need some sort of leadership training and skill development, because there really are different skills that you need to develop once you have a team. And so I'm starting to really see, as I'm trying to develop certain leaders on my front line, and I know they're trying to develop leaders on their front line, there's like a different skill set that you need. And so I don't know, do you guys feel this? Like, are you guys comfortable that you're like, okay, as a leader, I need to run my reports. I need to reach out to my downline on this day, and I need to identify my leaders and work with them on their goals. Goals is huge. Mindset, different things like that. Do you guys feel comfortable with those skills? Are you like, no, I'm just kind of winging it? Or where are we at with this? Because I know, and I'm saying for myself even, I've done a lot of seeking for like the nuts and bolts of leadership. Not like, I think we have a great team. I think we have identified leaders. You guys are on this call. I think we have people who want to go somewhere with this opportunity in this business, but we need like the nuts and bolts training of it. Do you guys feel like that or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So what do you guys think about like a leadership? I don't even know how to do this. Like some sort of leadership training and skill development where we get, or maybe we take like this call, maybe we do like a half hour or 20 minutes is just like touching base on what's going on. And then the other, I don't even know how to do this. Katie, do you have any good ideas, teacher?
No, that sounds a good idea. Like the first half hour is like what's important now, what we should be doing, ideas. And then the last half hour is like kind of a little training. But I don't know who would run the training or,
Well, I'm going to be taking this, I am going to take that course that Leslie's on, that leadership course that Leslie's on is offering. So I feel like, and then, you know what, I'm doing all of this stuff. Like I'm doing the reports and I'm
No, but that's good, because I mean, that was something I wish as soon as I was getting close to level 5, I wish someone taught me that, because I had no idea what the hell I was doing.
Yeah, because
if I had like, learned it earlier on, my business would have been way further than it is now. So I think it's really important.
Yeah, I think so too. Like I feel like sometimes even now when I'm learning something, I'm like, oh, fuck, I wish I would have known that 2 years ago. I really would have helped me in getting so-and-so to the next point.
Yeah.
It's really not just like, oh, let's do our 3-way calls and our BBLs. It really is a strategy. And like the best news ever is that it is a numbers game. It's statistical. And that's like the good news. But you have to be able to understand and look at your business and analyze it to say, okay, this person, I need to help them with this, identify that skill, and then help them get to their goal. But it's even as simple as, I had someone a few weeks ago say to me, oh, you know what I do at the beginning of the month on the 1st and the 2nd? I just look at my little downline report and I reach out to people on my team who are enrolled in CRP and who have their pulse. That means to me that they're engaged, and to say, hey, you know, have you thought about your goals for the month? And then they likely say, you know, no, I'm just, lots of people. I mean, there are tons of people that are engaged too, but there's plenty of people who are just like, no, I'm just, you know, going to get some PCs. And she's like, okay, you closed out last month at 300. How about this month we try to get to 650? How about that? Let's see. Can you get another 3 preferred customers? And just by doing that, her volume has increased $2,000 a month. That's huge. And she's like, and I mean, it's like 2 more PCs for this person, 2 more PCs for that person. She's like, but it adds up and it boosts my volume just by reaching out and saying, hey, let's set some like attainable goals for you that they otherwise wouldn't have set and wouldn't have thought of. And then she can say, okay, well, why don't you run a little promotion at the end of the month to close some deals? That sort of thing. The other thing too is like that sort of, as a leader, that sort of strategy of like, okay, we're at the 18th. In 2 days, all of the auto ships are going to run. We'll all know where our businesses stand. You don't have any other events planned for the rest of the month. That's your volume for when you close. So if you're trying to hit your goals, like Katie, who's going to be running for Lexus, you know, then we're going to say, she's going to want to say, okay, well, if I need to drive volume, $5,000 more, and I need to run an incentive goal. So it's just sort of like that, being able to look at your business from that perspective, but even knowing like those dates, like it took me a while before I was even like, oh, on the 20th is when I run that report. Okay. So I might just be a schmo though. So that's why I was asking if you guys think we should do that. Do a training on the nights that we have these calls, half and half.
I would do that. I'm flying by the seat of my pants.
Is that Lindsay?
Yeah, I was quiet all night.
Okay.
She's coming to the retreat. Woo!
Woohoo!
Yeah, I want to fly with you guys there.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. Emma asked me today if someone will look up a ticket and post. She said, I think it'd be so fun if we all flew out of Chicago together. I'm like, everybody might not feel like that. But anyway, so it's an Orbitz flight. I'm leaving the 19th, but there's an Orbitz flight. I'm sorry, a Spirit, right? Is it Spirit, Katie?
Yeah, Spirit.
Chicago to Atlantic City.
Elizabeth, let's remember our Spirit problems.
Oh my God. I know there were no other flights that were going there. I was like, I guess I got to take it. But it was like $90 to get there. So it's really, really cheap.
Can you like message us what you had? You said it was Spirit on the 19th, Chicago to Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Oh, duh. Okay.
So Lindsay's not coming. She's
Yeah, right.
But really, it's really inexpensive. It leaves. I'm trying to look it up right now.
Can I just say something real quick about the program? So I was just trying to think about like the running programs we're going to have for our team. And so are we just going to try to leverage from now on? I'm sure Carrie's going to keep that level 2 program looping. So are we just going to all decide to like really leverage this level 2 program for all our new consultants or anyone that actually wants to build a team, get beyond DC? And then I guess the next step would be like to try to encourage people to get to level 3 so they can be part of this leadership club. And then once they're part of level 3, then are we going to have, I guess, like we're just going to leave it up to the sponsors or the direct business partners to really help coach their anyone on their team to get to level 5? Or are we going to start a level 5 program? Because, I mean, I feel like the Team Up Mexico level, that was a little bit disorganized. I'm sure they're going to have a Mexico trip in the future, but maybe we can do our own. I don't know if we should do our own level 5 program or we should just you know what I mean? I'm just curious what we're going to do in the future. And I don't know if like we should just talk about this later because I don't make the call any longer, but it's just something I've been thinking about.
No, I know, because again, it's different skills, right? Once you get that is the hardest from 2 to 3. And then once you get to 3, it's different skills to get to 5, I feel like. I mean, it's the same sort of stuff like 3-way calls. You're like putting people in the funnel, but you have to develop your front line. Oh, shit.
Would you consider doing, if we already have a program in place to get to build level to 2, would we consider making this leadership thing for now until our group develops more, a level 2 plus? Just to get them, when they get on these calls, they're learning so much. And then, because otherwise we have that 2 to 3, which you said is a hard step. It is kind of hard to go from, you know what I mean? Would that help, or should we do something for the interim for the 2 to 3? A different program.
Laura, are you asking in order to stay on this particular call, just be level 2 instead of going up to level 3? Is that what you're asking?
I'm just saying we have if Carrie's going to have in place, getting us to level 2, and
right.
what's going to be the next thing from 2 to 3 to get onto this call. I'm kind of thinking like just steps,
Mm-hmm.
give them something to like look forward to say, oh man, if you finish carries, then you get right to, be part of this leadership team.
I think just having that as an incentive, I think will motivate them. I would just be like, you got to level 2 doing exactly like all the activity you're doing, like keep it up.
Then get to 3.
Level 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right.
But and I don't know if you guys know this. I learned that the Premier Trip that corporate is going to start. I think they're calling it Level Up program, where they are going to do like leadership level 5 trainings around the country. And they're also going to do, like, once you get to level 3, they're going to do special webinars for those people to help them get to level 5. So that we'll be able to utilize that as well. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
That's coming, I think, in a couple months. They're going to roll that out. Because they realize that too. Like, getting to level 3 is tough enough, and then getting from level 3 to level 5 is really hard. And it's definitely a lot of skills you got to learn there. So, I don't know.
Katie, was there anything else? I mean, we're not going to do it on this call, but would it be beneficial for you to do any kind of call to just fill us all in on what you learned? What we all know, or is there anything like interesting? Like you keep kind of coming up with little like, oh, I heard this from, you know what I mean? Is there anything that?
Anything else? Wait,
yeah,
what?
like it's like significant, or like that you want to be like just do like a quick like Zoom video that you could post on Team Rise or something that's just like, hey, I just came back from this awesome trip. Here's kind of the highlights, or
you know what? It's only kind of like it would only be geared to like people that are building teams. You know what I mean? I mean, I've been talking to Elizabeth about some of the things. I mean, I feel like maybe I can just kind of throw them out as we're talking on here. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Instead of doing it for the team, is that what you're saying, Katie?
Yeah, because there's like, I'm not really good at like monologues, like some people know that, but I'm good at like just offering things as like they come up in my head or behind the scenes.
Okay. Let's you know what, the most important thing, or one of the things that I felt like was the most important we didn't talk about. So just give me a quick consensus. I'm going to try and get off in a couple minutes on our onboarding process. Who's using the Run Fly system? Anybody else?
I am now.
What are you guys using?
Yeah, I mean, I've been following that. I haven't followed Carrie's to a T, but, just doing the basic activities. But, I mean, until then, I've been using the videos that you had.
That's right.
Do you feel, I can tell you guys that I started using Carrie's Run Fly system, and we're moving so much quicker. The BBLs are happening about a week to a week and a half out of the gate after the person joins. The 2 people who I launched on the system both earn their kits back. I'm bringing in another one tomorrow night, and then another one next Monday, supposedly. We'll see. But all on this Run Fly. So I'm seeing that we're getting people launched. They come to the first initial enrollment with their BBL dates. They are getting into action so much quicker. They're setting up those events. And so I really like the 3-pronged approach. And I'm going to do a little training on this too, just so you guys. Well, Carrie actually did a training. I don't know if you guys saw that, but what I love about it is it's not just like doing one piece of it. It's really getting them to have their 3 events right out of the gate. And so, again, it's like that 3-pronged approach. It works so well, and it kind of doesn't work well if you have one without the other. So the people are having their events really quick. They're exposed to a leader, so they're getting trained really fast. They're exposed to someone who has a really strong posture about the business. They are learning all about the products, what people ask about products, how we respond. And it creates this market awareness about what they're doing, right? So all those people got the invitation, whether they come or not, they're now aware of what that person's doing. At the same time, you're coaching them every other day for really short like increments, right? Like a 5 to 15 minute call. And lots of times it's just like, they text me, hey, someone responded with this, how do I respond? But the system has you only teaching them what they need to know. And so it's like, why are we, and Carrie said to me, Lizzie, why are you dicking around with showing someone how to enter an order when they're not entering orders? Why are you like screwing around with showing them, you know, how to do all these things that they're not even doing at that point? Like, why don't we teach them that skill to produce income for themselves as we go and not give them too much to distract themselves? And so I decided, that's why I actually decided to start this. So that it goes first with the BBLs. At the same time, they're making their list to 200 and they're starting to reach out. And so you're creating even more market awareness. They're starting to set up some three-way calls. And so by the time they go to an event, they're already aware. But what I'm seeing is off those three-way calls, they're getting customers before their BBL even happens. And so they have this super positive experience with the three-way call. They're locked into those. And by the time they have their event, some of them even have people who have already joined. And so now what we're trying to do is like combine BBL events because we have people joining. Like this girl in Austin is totally doing this system. And I'm flying down there on the beginning of May on the 5th or 6th. And we're doing a combined event. We have someone that we're going to close for her. And so it's moving so much quicker. Okay, so then you're starting to do your three-way calls. They're getting customers. They're getting interest. They're sending up follow-up emails. They have their events. And now they're making a paycheck. But then they're also on Facebook. And so they're starting to leverage Facebook. Once they have their first event, I welcome them on Facebook. Give them a big woohoo, ha, so glad you're here. Congratulations on your grand opening. You know, excited to see what you do with the business. So then they have all their Facebook people who are aware. And one of the reasons that you send out all those messages so fast first is not just to like recruit. We have to help our teams get out of that mindset. We're having conversations and those people will figure out how do they fit in our business. But one of the biggest pieces is that so when someone else who's doing Rodan and Fields reaches out to someone in their network that they'll say, oh, wait, actually, my friend Lizzie just sent me a message about this, I think last week, that your person in your market already has that awareness. That's another piece of the company growing as fast as it's growing. So I'm super excited about it just because I've seen such positive results with it. And people are moving really quickly. We're duplicating it out a lot quicker too because it's in like they have them print up the packet, write their new consultant's name on the top, and then they can go through it. It's so easy for me to coach new people. It's like Emma, who's brought on 3 new people right out of the gate. I'm like, Emma, you can read first assignment here. It's literally laid out for you. And so I'm having luck with it. Katie.
Can I ask you a question, Lizzie?
Yeah.
So does that mean we're not using the welcome letters with the videos?
Well, so Katie today was like, it's too all over the place for her. So we are going to have to come up with a new little welcome letter. But my welcome letters to my new people have just been so excited you're on the team. Here's your business partner's contact information and calendars. We already at that point have their BBLs, and so we're doing the invite. Like they are giving me their BBL dates. They do not get off the enrollment call without setting them. And so my follow-up has just been like, okay, here's the memory jogger. Here's your business partners and their information. I mean, I'm not even going through like make yourself a contact in your phone because we're like showing them
a copy of that.
What?
Can you send me a copy of that?
Yeah, so I mean, if you guys are like, yeah, we like the system, we think we'll try it, then we'll streamline it more. Otherwise, you can use our old system, but the old system really puts a lot in their faces. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's a lot more than this. And I notice that people can easily get distracted with that because they are taking so long to like write their story, to do their why. Then they watch the first hour video. Then we talk in 48 hours. Then we talk in another 48 hours. Well, that's 4 days into it. Whereas by that point on the Run Fly system, they have already had people on calls and they have their invitations out. So I just see that it's getting people. And what happens is you do create that momentum and excitement. And then like Lizzie, her first 3-way call we did, that person was like, oh my God, I'd love to try the product. So she's like, oh my God, I got a customer. You know, like she's freaking out. So
I just think you guys, and I think it's great. I want to start trying to use that. I think if we're going to change up some of the stuff, we need to be a little bit more deliberate about getting together and talking about the benefits of changing up and just being more specific about what the change is and all of that stuff so we understand what we're moving to and why. Is that makes sense instead of somebody moving to a new system and everybody else staying with the old system or people staying with the old, and then you can decide. But, I read through Carrie's thing. I think it's great. I just had I don't know.
Well, I posted Carrie's training on it and said, this is a great system that she's rolling out. We're going to do the attached documents, but.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I didn't see it either. So that's probably why I didn't see it either.
So
All right.
I did a whole training on Zoom about it, and I have the documents as
Okay.
well. And so you can
Yeah,
literally.
can you just, Elizabeth, email that out to your directs and we'll trickle it down?
Katie, you have it, right?
I have her document, but I don't have the Zoom training she did.
Laura, do you have it?
Yeah, I'll send it to you guys. Okay.
Yeah, that would be great to send it to. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I think it's just about like not sending them too much, like only sending them information that they need at that point. Just going blank to blank, and just getting them they'll learn as they do the next thing. And something else I learned on the trip real quick. Someone said like before they talk the first time, they say, okay, great, we're going to talk tonight at 8. By the time we talk, I want you to have 2 people in mind that you want to share this, what you're doing with, like your mom and your sister. Get those 2 names, have them ready. We're just going to call them up. It's going to be real, I'm just going to say, hey, this is what you're doing. And so it's not like, okay, we're doing a 3-way call. It's nothing like, psyching them out. It's just like, yeah, we're going to call up your mom real quick and just, fill her. And so they can feel how casual it is. And then they, like you were saying, they get success right away with it. And they're like, it just breaks down that barrier. And they're not like shocked and overwhelmed with like all this information.
Yeah, it's really keeping it very simple and very simple and focused. And it's not like this is any like big new training that things we've never done. It's the same stuff. It's 3 BBL dates. It's a story. It's an invite. It's follow-up. It's 3-way calls. It's just giving it in smaller bits and pieces and then doing these coaching calls every other day, which to me saves so much time because what happens is they send the message and then they're like, oh, this girl said this. And then I can coach them right then and there. It's in writing, it's in a text, and they can go back to it. And then they apply it right away. So you know how like when you apply something, it sticks with you instead of like me teaching you through a video and saying, okay, well, when someone reaches out, you say this, but you're not actually doing it. And so it's not staying with them. So
yep, they just learn as they go. That's how they'll learn.
Yeah. And so, and here's the other piece. How when you get started, you're like that sigmoid curve, Meg, here I go. I'm talking about it again, where you start and you dip. Like most people, when they start any business, any entrepreneur, you're like this and you dip. Okay. You catch them then if you're talking every other day. As soon as someone says no, they won't do a call and they're starting to go like that, you get them because you're on a coaching call with them. And you can be like, oh my God, that's happened to all of us. I find that I can keep the momentum moving and keep them positive and upbeat, can't consistently be setting realistic expectations. But above all, the best part, let me tell you guys, is people get out of the nest so much quicker. And I love having the nest full. I love everybody, but I'm able to get people independent so much quicker on this system than on any other system I've used because I'm like, no, you guys. It's right there. Just give her the next assignment. And it's tough. Like I want to do it because sometimes it feels like it's going to be quicker, but it's all written down for people. They can see what the next step is and do it. And so I find that people are getting independent far quicker. So anyways, that's my thing. Let me try and organize it a little bit more. I'll send you guys the training that Carrie did. And you guys have the document. And then we'll do some Mad Mimi letters, and then just give me feedback. We'll roll it out or show you guys and give us feedback, what you like, what you don't like. We do want to keep it streamlined so you guys are comfortable bringing on new partners and launching them. Any other?
Okay, so I hate to be a total pain in the butt, but like how soon what can we do to get those Mad Mimi letters? I mean, I'll help to get those done so we can just. Like how soon do you think?
Yeah, whenever you can do them is good. We'll have them out.
Perfect. Thank you for that drop dead date. I'm going to put that in my calendar right now.
Yeah. Okay. So if you can do them tonight, we'll have them by tonight. Whatever, Meg.
Yeah, no. And that's fine. I just need to know what to do. Like I've never used the system. Pain in my ass.
So I'll try. Let me look. Oh, let me look. I have so much time here. I'll do it. I'll try and get it done. Let's do by Thursday. I do actually
I will Sharpie that into my calendar.
Sharpie it in. You and I are meeting tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow.
Perfect. I'll work on it with you.
All right, you guys, what else? Alana, come on, give us your honest feedback. Do you think we're a bunch of bozos? What do you think over there? You're being
No. I haven't used the new system yet, but I love it.
Okay, it is good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it, whatever you don't like, let
feel
us
so much more comfortable bringing new people in because I was hesitant because I felt like everyone was just dropping off right away.
Yeah, this will get them engaged really quick, Alana. And if you run into anything, did you see the training video by Carrie or no?
No, I just have the printout.
Oh,
Like, I read through the whole printout, but I didn't see the video.
okay, good. I'll send you guys the video call by Carrie. And then we'll just, we're all talking now every other week. So we'll just keep in touch and see what's working and what's not, and we'll tweak it as we go. But
Hey, Lizzie, send the checklist out as well, will you, that you print out, that you put your names on, just to make sure we all have the checklist with the video and the...
I don't have a checklist.
Didn't you say there's something you...
Oh, it's on the document. There's like assignment 1, assignment 2, assignment 3. Like it's...
Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't know if it was a
You have
separate...
them printed out, write the name, and literally like check off.
Okay.
And some people will need more, like this Lizzie girl's super efficient, so I'll give her like 3 assignments at once and she gets them done by the next day. But it's paced out to not overwhelm someone.
Okay.
All right, cool. Anything else? Anybody? I'm super excited. It's going to be a good month. We got a lot of things going on. So if you guys have any other ideas, just let me know. I'll get this recording out. So wait, let me just really quick. I'm responsible by Thursday that we want some Mad Mimi letters for the launching system. I'm sending out the Zoom call from Carrie and the document. I need to figure out what the pot is for the 3-way call challenge. Who wants to post the challenge? We need some new blood.
If you tell me what to post, I'll post it.
Is
Lindsay.
that Lindsay?
I was gonna raise Lindsay's hand, but she raised it herself.
All right, great. All right, and any ideas about a pot, send it to me. Text it to me, please. All right, you guys, anything else?
I think the pot should be like $2,000. I'm just throwing that out there.
Janae Hole. Good, give me your credit card. All right, guys, we'll talk soon. Thank you guys so much for being and just being kick-ass. Can't do it without you. Love you guys.
See ya.
Thank you.